Welcome back. In today's episode, we're discussing renewable energy revolution opportunities and challenges. Let me just ask you a basic question. Can we make biofuels, wind, tidal, wave and solar power contribute more to our total energy mix? And what are the barriers which are preventing us from integrating these energy systems into our existing power supply and networks?
The renewables is not only the solar energy which is there. You have the biomass based power, you have the wind power, you have tidal, all sources of power. So we have really to see, comparing the technology cost now to a couple of years down the line. Here we can have factor improvement because we have to look out for the revolution in the technological breakthroughs. Everyone feels by 2016-17, we could have a major breakthrough on the photovoltaics. Should that come in, that our costs will go down drastically in for the photovoltaic modules. Now this one part, renewables, you just take the wind power, you're already having it at favorable sites, you're already getting it at a reasonable cost. Biomass, if you see the gasification route or you even see the biomethanation routes, it's already proving in the overall scenarios, the cost of power generation, the cost of power supply. And in case of garbage to energy, now you don't have to just see that what is the cost involved there, but you have to see the overall environmental costs. Now in case you dump the waste, you have the problem of methane emissions. Now if you convert into energy and use that energy, you are also avoiding your environmental costs and which affect the climate change. And when in that policy committee, when it was looked into, we just thought that certain percentage additional required was about 600,000 megawatts by 2031-32. So we thought by that time 10% at least should come from the renewables. I'm quite definite that by about 2021-22, with all the private developers that are in the area, we may have anywhere about 75 to 80,000 megawatts coming from the renewables alone.
There are a lot of issues related to renewable energy development, like issues of access to the grid expansion costs, charges for access to the grid network and tariff setting. Is government giving preferential and priority treatment to renewable in all these areas to facilitate its growth?
To wind, the most important and critical bottleneck today is the transmission and the evacuation facilities. Because what happens is the renewable resource is very location specific. You cannot bring it near to the load centers. Now what is happening in case of wind is the sites which are now available are quite far away from the existing grid. And that's where the maximum challenge lies for the wind. For example, in Tamil Nadu, if you have read 2 days back, 500 megawatts of wind power has been shut down because the grid, the southern grid, which takes that power, has not sufficient interconnection facility with the rest of the grid. And that's why the 500 megawatts, which are not required in the southern region, but rest of the country can all absorb that 500 megawatt, has to be shut down. So this is going to be the maximum important problem. If we address that, then wind can, last year we did 2,300 megawatts in one financial year. It can already go, it can easily go up to 4,000 megawatt.
One issue is the developer is interested to supply the power as early as possible, but distribution system, no, they don't have finance to invest money for the establishment of grid expansion as well as the line expansion. So they make delay, and the project developer has invested money, he will be under loss if the project is delayed because of a non-availability of the grid. So these three things has to be make it very clear in the.
For renewables, sometimes the project size is very small. You are doing a 5 megawatt, 2 megawatt, 3 megawatt, and you may have to build a very long transmission line. So the transmission utility is sometimes reluctant because they have to put in a lot of money and the returns won't be that much. That's why now Government of India has decided that from the Green Energy Fund, it will be possible to fund transmission of renewables. So transmission of renewables needs support.
Do you think that even though the government has been favorable towards renewable, the efforts are not backed by legislation?
We do have preferential tariff in almost all renewable segments, and there are certain project specific type projects also. I mean, for example, municipal solid waste or waste to energy based projects, they would probably need to apply for a project specific tariff because you can't have a generic feed-in tariff. The cost of waste differs from location to location, the composition differs from each city. So those kind of projects would come under project specific tariffs. I think, I mean, what Mr. Chaturvedi was also saying, that under the integrated energy policy, such issues have already been given a lot of impetus to, you know, that these are priority sector issues, and renewable energy is getting a lot of push in terms of, you know, at least the policy framework, and everywhere wherever developers like us face issues, we are able to, you know, appeal to the government and get the issue sorted out. But it does take time.
We'll take a short break here. You keep watching Power News.